Respect the sister that sits there and reads for you. See, the economy is a study of the way production is paid, and land, labor, wages, and taxes. The actual point of capitalism is to extract more cash from production and away from labor, leaving wealth accumulation unregulated for some people. The sky's the limit, but the pie isn't divided equally. Like property, for example. Back then, we had to work on the land that we couldn't own, and child labor laws didn't exist. Millions of acres stolen, and it didn't matter what was on paper. Then, predatory lending practices were adapted in the last few centuries. Redlining districts, because taxpayers didn't want certain people living there. And if you should find a bank so generous enough to lend to you, you might pay 2 to 3 times more as your white neighbors, regardless of income, family size, credit, or education. The government's complicity to white supremacy and all of its convictions have left us behind financially. Land grabs, tax schemes, fraudulent deeds, downright force, the tools of terrorism not only extend to the police. The entertainment industry uses black people for heinous debauchery. Far back as the sugarcane fields of Jamaica and Sarah Bartman. Property extends to the flesh, and since the commodity exchange in America, it's been a staple of its own destruction. Way before race records and the same thing being echoed today. I mean, do races actually acknowledge black excellence? Because in order to deny something, you must believe in it first. That's why Satanists read the Bible. Incarceration. Now we've come full circle to the taking and miscommunication of our people. Inmates get paid pennies on the dollar while the state makes hundreds of thousands. Sound familiar? Lying racist cowards get away with everything, leaving us deeply ingrained to lock things away, especially ourselves. Per capita, we bring in hella capital on bogus bullshit. But we're the minorities, because our net worth isn't worth shit even after we've died. Capitalism is terrorism. Some folks buy really expensive shit that costs little to nothing to make. Hundreds of millions in diamonds, gold, ivory, and blood. Land, labor, innovation, sustenance, stolen. This effect still lasts today. Convinced that history repeats itself in their favor because they rewrote it that way. So, when you see a sister reading some literature about economics or Afrocentrism, remember that she's doing this to uplift you. She's selfless and selfish at the same time. You are held to a higher standard in her eyes. She's doing this with little to no protection. So hold your fist close in the air, close to your chest, and let her know, I'm with you when we get there, sis.